I am a 3D designer. While sometimes ridiculous, I make your crazy Minecraft ideas. This should have been an easy task, but I have just 2 days. I have 5 models to make, and I'm short on time because I might have spent a week programming. Yeah, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It wasn't until 1.17 before this item got more useful. The now tree whacking object that allows you to make dirt out of dirt. A dirty work. The problem is, the hoe isn't magical, and you're asking me to design a hoe that makes crops grow faster? Now every magician needs their tools, and I had sadly ran out of mine, so I head to the local store and... not that one. Ah, there we go. Now, kids, don't do coffee. But with the creative juices now hitting my blood system, I have thought that my great wizard friend would have the answer. Actually, it seems quite busy. But fantasy games can be a great source of inspiration. Ooh, what a stag. So, I took some liberty and decided to go in the druidic theme and imagine this entire design covered by some leaves and branches and stuff. But I'm also trying to move fast because the time is ticking. And just as I was about to wrap up the final part of my design, no, not a Windows update. Oh. Now, that wasn't all optimal. Luckily, it seems like the computer saved the file. I can go back in and show you guys here. And what do you think? If this model ends up being your favorite, tell me down in the comments below, and also make sure to vote on it in the poll that goes up after the video. But let's move over to our next model, which is going to be... Now, dragons are cute. They're big, fluffy, cuddly, and really like cat food. Or so I've heard. Now the good part about dragons, or anything that's supposed to be cute, is that you can literally focus on the eyes and the rest will follow. And I'm approaching this the same way. I'm making sure that the eyes and all of these little body features are small or tiny. Well, not the eyes, but you know, the rest. You'll see what I mean when I'm getting across. I just also thought that I'd show you some of my early reference sketching. This is kind of like how I go about it when I'm planning out a rig, trying to figure out where all the limbs are going to be, and that's done. And I have to be clever with my time, because I only have 2 more hours before I need to head to bed today. That means I have 3 models I need to make tomorrow. Sheesh. And with no time to waste, I jumped straight in and tried to figure out how exactly I was going to make a cute dragon. You may notice the small snout there, and then making sure that it has a tail and all of the necessary features of a dragon. But some may ask, why do you only model one side? Why don't you just make the entire dragon all at once? And there's a good reason for that. Now, this works mainly when you're working on symmetrical features, but the good part is if you build one side only, you can just flip it over when you're done. And you can see here already, I didn't have to build the second side of the dragon. It's already done and ready for me. Now I just need to animate it. And the best part is that I'm currently... Oh, it's bedtime? And as I fell asleep, I could only think of a green lush landscape and the final outcome of this modeling phase. Now, I'm not sure that I think this dragon is all that cute. I guess a different palette would have made that more stable. However, if you like this one, do tell me down in the comments below, and let's move over to a brief description as to why I spent an entire week coding. So, you know, sometimes you have a bad idea, but it's a good idea actually, but people think it's a bad idea until you show them and then it's a really good idea. Yeah, and you're quite limited by replay mod and shaders, so I might have programmed my entire own cinematic camera system. Worth it! So you want me to make Dr. Octopus arms? Well, in that case, I'm gonna do this first. So, Spider-Man. It isn't my first time with spiders. Now, I imagine Spider-Man with arachnophobia. But I'm kind of approaching it similarly here. I don't want those of you who have arachnophobia to feel too scared by the spiders, so I'm making a tiny spider, even though a bigger one was requested. To get a big spider, all you really need to do is to just take a tiny spider and then simply scale it up. I might have done that to save time. So here's some trivia for you folks. You know the software I'm using? Blockbench. It's absolutely free and you can get it over at blockbench.net. Yeah, you can thank me later. Spider. Texture, yeah, it's all pretty straightforward. Red eyes, brown body, some legs. Yeah, didn't want to keep it too cute, didn't want to keep it too scary. Peekaboo! I didn't mean to scare you, but I made a super tiny enemy spider. Yeah, it's really, really tiny. Look at it, it's like you could squish it with a fingertip. And I think I have an idea. Do you remember I said I could size it up? Presenting the spider. Now that's what I call genius. Charging. So Dr. Octavius' arms are connected to his spine, but a more traditional approach would be a rucksack design. But Minecraft is made out of blocks. And we already established that I'm not a wizard, maybe a tiny one. So I knew already from the start that I was gonna have to experiment a bit. Now luckily I used this model for a lot of testing and posing and pictures usually, so all I really had to do was just to slap some arms on him. Careful now easy does it. Whoopsie! We are on a time limit, and the best way to utilize that time limit is to try to be clever about what we do and why. So I'm only building one arm because I can copy that arm, and that saves a lot of time that I don't have. And the final model is so crazy that it's going to take me several hours to complete, so I need to save every second I can. Hey, why aren't you subscribed? I need you. Who else is going to give me the ideas for these videos? Yes, that's right. Down to the comments and tell me. Okay, I'm not going to lie. These came out pretty dope. Now, my favorite color is orange. I know that you can go with any color you like, but holy, look at these arms. Aren't they just like so cool? And if they're your favorite, then let me know in the comments below and vote on them in the poll that goes up after this video. Now, I don't have much time left, and these arms already took some time to animate. Now, I can only hope that the next model that I have to make is something simple that will go super fast to make so that I can utilize this time efficiently. Let's hope it is. Huh? Cool. Well, hello there. General Grievous, one of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time. He's such a cool design. And if I'm able to pull this off and combine him with some kind of samurai design, well, why don't we just get straight into concepting? You see, the biggest challenge here isn't to just make a robot, but it's to make a robot that kind of has reminiscence of samurai elements in the design. And my approach is that I'm building the body first, figuring out kind of how that's gonna look, and then I'm gonna add all of the elements to build up the samurai visuals, which will be more or less present. I think the fastest and best way to do it is to focus on the helm and kind of like split it apart into body features of a robot, and then incise these large things that sits on the side of Grievous's face. And that will be my plan. So I've done some concepting now, and I really hope that you guys are gonna love what I have in store. So with the amount of time that I have left, I won't be able to sit down and draw a full concept. So I only have one shot at this, and I need to improvise the entire design. I'm kinda glad now that I paid attention during biology class. Knowing some baseline anatomy is super useful when you're building a skeleton. And we animators, we really love to go below the skin on our models. No, that's an animator joke. To save some time, I'm not gonna build the arms into one arm that can unfold into two arms. Instead, I'm just making 4 individual arms. Now, I don't know if I have enough time to texture and animate this guy, because it's just so much work, and then I'm also gonna have to figure out the ways to do it. It's the morning the day after, and we did it, fam! These have been some of the most fun models I've done in quite some time. Now, this series completely relies on you guys, and if you have any crazy idea, tell me down in the comments below, write to us on Discord. You can also tweet me at ArtsByKev. And if you have drawn your own custom designs, please share on our Discord in the suggestions chat. Now, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next I Make Your Ideas video. I wanna bet you're gonna like these 2 videos, and if you haven't checked out our Let's Play channel, then jump over there and give us some support. For models, news, and more, check out artsbykevstudio.com. And if you made it here, thanks for watching.